Financial reporting operates within a complex international regulatory environment designed to enhance transparency, comparability, and confidence in financial information. As businesses increasingly raise capital across borders and investors seek opportunities in global markets, there is a growing need for consistent accounting standards and reporting practices. International regulators and standard-setting organizations play a critical role in achieving this objective. Their activities support harmonization of financial reporting, reduce inconsistencies between national accounting systems, and facilitate efficient capital allocation. Understanding the major international regulators, the standard-setting process, and different regulatory approaches is essential for management accountants operating in a global business environment. The International Organization of Securities Commissions, IOSCO, is one of the most influential international regulatory bodies in financial reporting. IOSCO represents securities market regulators from around the world and seeks to promote fair, efficient, and transparent capital markets. Financial information is fundamental to investor decision-making, and differences in reporting practices can reduce market efficiency. IOSCO has worked closely with the ISB since 1987 to improve international accounting standards and encourage global acceptance of IFRS. In 2000, IOSCO recommended that its members permit multinational companies to use IFRS when preparing financial statements, significantly advancing international harmonization efforts. IOSCO's influence extends beyond endorsement of IFRS. Representatives from IOSCO participate as observers on the IFRS Interpretations Committee, allowing securities regulators to contribute to discussions regarding accounting treatments and implementation issues. Through collaboration with the ISB and other international organizations, IOSCO helps ensure that accounting standards meet the needs of global capital markets. By promoting high-quality financial reporting standards and encouraging their adoption by securities regulators worldwide, IOSCO strengthens investor protection, improves market confidence, and supports the efficient operation of international financial markets. Its involvement highlights the close relationship between financial reporting and securities regulation. The standard-setting process employed by the ISB is designed to be transparent, inclusive, and evidence-based. When a new accounting issue is identified, the ISB may establish an advisory committee to provide expert guidance. For major projects, the board publishes a discussion paper that outlines the issue, potential solutions, and preliminary views. Stakeholders including accounting firms, corporations, regulators, investors, and academics are invited to provide feedback. After evaluating responses, the ISB develops and issues an exposure draft containing proposed requirements. Further consultation follows before a final IFRS standard is approved and published. An important feature of the standard-setting process is stakeholder participation. Meetings of the ISB, IFRS Advisory Council, and IFRS Interpretations Committee are generally open to public observation, promoting accountability and transparency. Exposure drafts typically allow a 90-day comment period, while draft interpretations are exposed for 60 days. Feedback received from interested parties is carefully reviewed before final decisions are made. This consultative approach helps ensure that standards are practical, relevant, and capable of addressing real-world reporting challenges. It also strengthens acceptance of IFRS by giving stakeholders opportunities to influence the development of accounting requirements. A key debate in financial regulation concerns the distinction between rules-based and principles-based approaches. Rules-based regulation relies on detailed requirements that specify exactly how transactions should be accounted for in particular situations. This approach provides clarity and consistency but can encourage compliance focused on technical requirements rather than economic substance. Organizations may exploit loopholes by structuring transactions to meet the letter of the rule while avoiding its intended purpose. Consequently, rules-based systems can become lengthy, complex, and difficult to adapt to evolving business practices and innovative financial arrangements. Principles-based regulation, which underpins IFRS, emphasizes broad accounting concepts and professional judgment rather than detailed prescriptions. Standards focus on the economic substance of transactions and establish overarching principles that preparers apply to specific circumstances. This approach offers greater flexibility and allows standards to remain relevant despite changing business environments. It encourages accountants to consider the underlying objectives of financial reporting rather than simply complying with detailed rules. However, principles-based systems may result in differing interpretations and require greater professional competence, ethical behavior, and regulatory oversight to ensure consistent application across organizations and jurisdictions. Another significant organization in the evolving reporting landscape is the International Integrated Reporting Council, IRC. The IRC is a global coalition comprising regulators, investors, companies, standard setters, accounting professionals, academics, and non-governmental organizations. It promotes integrated reporting, which extends beyond traditional financial statements to explain how an organization creates value over time. Integrated reports consider financial, human, intellectual, social, and environmental resources, providing stakeholders with a more comprehensive understanding of organizational performance and sustainability. By encouraging broader disclosure and long-term thinking, the IRC contributes to the continued evolution of corporate reporting and stakeholder communication. In summary, international financial reporting is shaped by a network of regulators and standard-setting bodies that promote consistency, transparency, and investor confidence. IOSCO supports global securities market regulation and IFRS adoption, while the ISB develops standards through a rigorous and consultative process. The distinction between rules-based and principles-based regulation highlights different approaches to achieving reliable financial reporting, with IFRS favoring principles-based guidance.